and I'm just checking that the stream's working, and then I'll sort of introduce everything and get around to all of that, and we'll get mapping, or we'll get trying to map anyway. We'll see what we got. Alright, so this is the Level Design Academy. The Level Design Academy is where Don, aka Unk, a leading single player mapper for Gold Source, teaches me how to map. We've already had the first tutoring session, and today is my second practice session. So basically I'm trying to remember everything that he's taught me and begin to feel more comfortable with the editor and all of those things. If you see me looking down here, it's because I've got my little netbook, which means I follow the chat. So it's always interesting to sort of see what people think and all of those things. So let's open up the last thing that we were doing, and to try and figure out what's going on here. So we've been building just some rooms, and this is the ceiling, I think. Yeah, okay. So I've been building some rooms, really just getting comfortable with the structure of the editor, moving around, putting some coloured lights in, just sort of, those basic things, trying to get a bit more interesting with lights and sort of, okay, we've got this here. I think we'll take that out, and I think we'll delete that. I don't really want to. Now somebody was talking about moving around in, but yeah, I can see how that would be quite good, to be honest, but the trouble is I'm just not a WASD man. I never use those, so it doesn't come naturally to do that. I just prefer moving the mouse, but I will sort of give it a go. I mean, we have to try new things all the time, so that's fair enough. So one of the problems I had was sort of selecting things, and that's been made clear to me that I should try and select them in the 3D view, because that's much easier. I also was told to think about making the size of the grid size bigger, so I don't have to keep going in and out, but I'm still a bit unclear on that. That's a bit strange. So that's 32, that's 16, and then that's 8. That just seems a bit weird there, but anyway. Alright, so let's sort of come out. So this is what I've got. I've got this like weird thing at the top. I don't know whether that's like bad news or not, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make it a bit more interesting. So I'll extend. What I'll do is I'm going to move this wall. I'm going to move that wall, and I'm going to sort of put it about here. I'm going to move that wall. Now, one of the things I'm looking to do here is I'm looking to put a stairway in, or at least sort of do something more interesting. Right. So actually what I should be doing is I should be copying this, dragging and clicking it, resizing it to fit there. Okay, yeah, I suppose I need to resize. Now here, yeah, I need to resize the floor to that size. That makes sense. And then come out here, I need to resize this. Alright, so if I look around in here now, I've got this going on. Okay, so I think I'll move that like twice as much, I think. Don't know if it's the right size. See, these are the things that I'm still a bit unclear about. Sorry, that's the ceiling. Okay, so I could just definitely take that across. Alright, good. I'll need to build a new thing, so I'll stick, I think it's probably from here, probably to there. Yeah, but it's way down the bottom. Okay, all right. So mistake number one there is that I didn't. Here we go. Look at that. I didn't press enter. And I've done it again. We've got this like horrible texture. So I need to get into the habit of changing the texture straight away. Don't know what happened there. I pressed dev and then I pressed enter, but obviously not quite right. What am I doing? I'm doing a ceiling. Well, at this point I don't think it matters, so we'll just select that one. Alright, good. Back to this. I'm not even sure where it goes. I think it goes here. Enter. Right, now we just need to bring it up. Oh. Okay, looks a bit. Okay, so we'll get in here. That looks about right. One thing to notice, of course, is that it's way too big. Okay, yeah, that was a mistake. Right, so go in here, resize it to this high. Good. Doesn't look right though, does it? Just not big enough. So we'll block that out there. Looks like we're going to need to bring this wall here. Boom. All right. Hello, Don. So Don has just joined us. So just trying to extend what I've been building here, Don. I was thinking at this sort of point here of. I've lost myself. Of this is the end of the corridor. What I'm thinking of doing here is putting in a set of stairs. I'm really not sure where that's going to lead to just yet, but just really wanted to sort of add something. So in fact, also what I might want to do is I think I might want to. Okay, so here's one of my problems. I'm going to copy this wall and I'm going to put it here. Boom. And then I think I might delete this one. Okay, no problem. I want to extend this all the way to the end. Now it looks like I've got the wrong shape there. So, I mean, I'm just trying to keep everything lined up. And what I want to do here is I want to come out a little bit. I want to make this bigger. Okay. And then I want to make this a bit smaller. I think I'll copy that. I'll stick that up in the corner there. Like that. Bring that down to here. Extend that up to here. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in here. I know that these things aren't lined up properly. This spacebar thing is so good. Right, boom, and then out, and then up here. Boom. Now I've got to do the floor, haven't I? Now this is maybe where the selecting things in the what is this I spy? An actual map here. Hi Owie. So here's one of my questions that I'm thinking is that do I want to extend the floor? I mean, do I just want to do that? But then I don't think I do, because if I want to have a different texture to it, I'm going to be I think it was there, wasn't it? I think I should create a new floor. Maybe a corridor floor. Yeah, okay. So what I might do is resize this to be there. So if we get in here, do whatever it takes to see the links. You're right, I don't want any leaks. Alright, so that looks good. So then I'm going to build a new floor, and okay, so now I'll do it along this corridor. I don't know if there's a better way of doing it. I need to be this wide. Yeah, I need to be that wide. So enter. Alright, but as usual, it didn't do anything that I expected because it's not on the same height. Now here's a question. If I select something and then I select something else, when I build, does it build at the same height as what I just built? You see, here's the floor that I just built. Oh, obviously not. Where am I? Okay. Yeah, you see, here's the floor that I just built. That's the floor. Select. That's the floor that I just built, and it's clearly not what I want. So, yeah. Yeah, okay. Not whatever. Now, can I go negative? Oh, that's a shame. Right, so now I just move it down, boom. But now I'm a bit confused as to why this is different. Do I have to have it? Does stuff like this make a difference? You know, should it be the same height as all the other floors? Okay, well that seems to be okay. Alright, so then what I need to do is I now need to make a floor for the rest. To say it's sort of quite laborious work, isn't it, really? Why is there a discrepancy up there, first of all? Wait. Those two should be the same, shouldn't they? Shouldn't that be like that? Right, okay, excuse me. Okay. Purple light, okay. Alright, so I'm making a floor now along here. So I've decided against the sort of one floor to rule them all. I'm going to call that the Lord of the Rings floor. Now I'm going to make it there, and you're going to say, but Philip, it's the wrong one. And I'm going to say, yeah, I know, because then it'll just, oops, it'll then just be easier for me to just, boom, baby. Surprised, but no, it's not the right height. Crikey, all this height business in 3 dimensions. And right, so now I move it down here. So here's another question. I mean, does it not matter? Why not just make it like that high? Why do they have to? Why do they have to be that high? Is there a good reason? That's the question. What is the reason? Right, so what have I just done? Okay, yeah, good. Boom. There we go, look. We've got the floor. Ah, but it looks like it's overlapping. Okay, so you see that sometimes. So I need to shape it like that. And now it doesn't overlap. Alright, so there's a lesson. What's going on here? Alright, we don't have any rooms at the back yet. We don't have any walls at the back. No problem. So that's fine. Let's spacebar that. I'm in love with that shortcut. Right, so now we build another floor here. I think it's from here. Boom. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that you sort of saw it in the 3D view. Right, so again it's just the wrong flipping shape. So select it in this view. There we go. That certainly helps. Bring it down to this level. Boom, baby. Why is this sticking out the back now? Okay. Alright. So, what do I need to do here? I need to just see what's going on. So this floor's not big enough. don't know why that is. Why is that on the floor not big enough? Alright, here we go. Okay, so, oh yeah, we're going to have to put a roof or a ceiling anyway. So this corridor looks a bit narrow, don't you think? That is definitely not as big as that. Alright, so that's a mistake. So let's get in here and sort of get down here, and we need to make this. We need this corridor, which is this wide. Does that look like a square? That looks like a square. So what's this? This is the floor. Alright, so I've got to make the wall bigger. Boom. Okay, that looks better. Popping it in here. Okay, that corridor looks a bit better. Right, going in here. Oh, yep. Oops, forgetting to Z out. So that should just be along here. Okay, good. Come out of this a bit. I'm probably going to have a hole at the end of the thing. Of course I am. So one question I've got really is, how do I make sure that all of these dimensions are all the same? Like, how do I make sure that that's like the right size? Okay, maybe there's an answer for that. So anyway, we need lots of things. We need a ceiling. So we're going to put a ceiling in here. We need the ceiling from here. No, select it in this view, Philly. Okay, that's where we need the ceiling from there. So then we build a ceiling to here. Boom. All the same. Yes, of course it's not the same. I need to get in here. No. Need to select it. Boom. Crikey. Needs to be this high. You know what we could do? We could make it this high. Make it a bit narrower though. That'll mean we need to increase one of the side walls. This one. We'll need to increase that all the way to the top, up there. Boom. But that won't matter. Now the question is, will that look a bit silly there? Should the ceiling finish like here or there? Alright, well we won't worry about that in a minute. Okay, so now what do I need to do? Well, I need a ceiling all the way along. Ooh. Okay, so this is really building Newbyville. Yeah. So my ceiling now has to start here. To go all the way to the end. Where is it? Let's figure out where it is. It's there. So we select it. Boom. No, that's not the ceiling. No. Oh wait, it is the ceiling. Is it the ceiling? No, it's not the ceiling. So where's the ceiling I just made then? That's that. No, that's the wall. That's that. No, that's that. Alright, so what's that? Is that what I've just made? Yes, there it is, look. So that has to go up there. Boom, like that. Yeah. That looks about right. Okay, that looks about right. And then we're down in here and we're going to have to build a wall to go up to that ceiling. We're going to have to extend the height of this wall, which I thought we'd already done. Okay. Right, okay, so we got this huge, okay, now well, that's looking a bit more interesting. Now we're going to stick a wall down here, of course, all the way along. All the way along. That's going to be the stairway, which Don's going to teach me to make next time, I hope, because there's probably an easy way to make stairs. So let's build a wall. Let's build a wall now, and we want that wall to go along somewhere like this, don't we? We do. Now, how big do we want it? Do we want it that big? No, we want it. We want it on the other side. No, we don't want it on the other side. How about we do that? Boom. I should be using different. Select it. And this wall has to go all the way to the top. But that gives us a problem here. Alright, yeah. So that was bad news. So this was, I mean, this is the problem here is that, as far as I can see, is that I'm building it as I'm thinking about it. So now what? I can't have that, can I? That's bad news. What is it that it's touching though? It's touching all this rubbish, isn't it? It's touching this one. So if I bring that in a little bit, that solve my problem. And this one, if I bring that in a little bit. What? So if I select this, okay, yeah, so okay, look, we're not even right to the, I don't even want it to the end, do I? I want it. Okay, so see, here's our problem. Oops. All of these edges are going in. Right, so basically that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to sort of bring everything back in a fraction. So the only thing sticking out is this wall. No, this wall. Here. Does that make sense? Okay. So again, I've got to just keep doing it. Alright, so this is okay, so those are done. So what else is touching? Okay, this is touching. So this has to come in. See, now I've got a feeling I'm doing this badly. It's like bad mapping etiquette, perhaps. Sorry. Alright, so that wall is good, and that wall? Oh, now I'm confused. I need to get my... I need to get my ideas. So what's that? That's the ceiling. Okay, so if I bring that back in, that's going to be behind, but then it's going to be behind that wall. No, the ceiling shouldn't make any difference, should it? Because the ceiling doesn't interact with that. Well, no, it does interact with that wall. So then what I'd have to do is, in this part, oops, I'd need to just here. I'd need to build a little thing in there, wouldn't I? Otherwise I'm going to be interacting with all of this. Alright, so lesson here is start closer and work out instead of starting out and working in. Alright, okay. Alright. So, what do I need to do? Well, I need to figure out what that is. So wait, now my rooms have got holes in the floor, so now I need to extend all of my, obviously all of the floors in one go. That would be nice, wouldn't it? You think it's all of the floors? Yeah, it is. Alright, but okay. Wait, what was going on there? Something weird was going on with that room. This wall, look. You see? Alright. So I really don't know now. If I select this, maybe if I just take that out to there. How about that? And then I select this, and I take that out to there. And what's that? That is the floor or the ceiling? The floor. Okay. So what does it do here? It does that. Is that okay? Or shall I do something else? No, that looks okay. Right then. So, a couple more things and then I'm going to compile it and test it. It's going to be pitched out. I need to build a wall there. Right. Okay. So, let me select this. Control E. Thank you, Don. Oh, that centers though. No, it doesn't. Okay, maybe that doesn't help. Right, okay, so I need to build a wall here. This is basically where it is, yes? What's that? That's that. And that. So there's an overlap. So I need to build a wall here, like that. Boom. It needs to be this big. Boom. I think it needs to be that height. No, in this case it needs to be that height. Boom. And I should be doing different colours. I recognise that now. So walk along here. That all looks okay. Don't worry about things. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll stick a light in here. Ambient, generic. No, we want ambient, what is it called? Generic light or something? Or just light? It's just called light, yeah, light. Okay, so boom, we'll stick that there. We'll select it. Figure it out. We'll figure out that it's halfway in the wall, so we can bring it in there. Good, and we'll leave it whatever it is. And then the final thing we need to do is stick a floor down where my my stairs will be, hopefully. So we'll just build something, and then we'll go down there and play with it in a minute. Okay, boom. So let me. Nope. 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 Okay, so clearly the only way to do that is to get down there and select it. Yeah, but we don't know where it is, do we? Nope. Nope. Now we do. Right. Roger that. So it's way too high. It needs to be here, and it needs to be down here, I think. Oof. Odds of a leak here. Probably super good, Don. I would imagine super good. Alright, so we need to boom. But there's still a space, isn't there? So we need to scroll right in. Can't see a space. So select that. select that, select that. There's definitely a leak, isn't there? Is there? Alright. Alright, so, oh look, there's a huge leak. Okay, alright, sort of just, okay, so what have we got? We've got this, fine, we need two more walls. Okay, so we need this, and this needs to become this wide. Oh crap, what have I just done? This wide. What the hell have I just done? This is the top. If I've just made it wider, what? Oh, have I moved it? No. Alright, now I'm okay. Complete disaster. This is, it's turning into a complete disaster. But it's still not wide enough. So it has to be that wide. But then it disappears. It disappears because what? Because I said so, that's why. Because no, it doesn't disappear, it works. There's a leak here. Oh my god, there's 10,000 leaks in this place. Yeah. Alright, so we move over to here, we zoom in here. If I make it like that, alright, good. That's one leak, potential leak. Missed, saved. We've still got big holes down here, we know that. Okay, so should we build these 3 walls here? There's no way to build walls in the 3D view, is there? So I'm just going to have to get in here. Alright, build a wall. I don't know, I want a wall like that, don't I? Boom. Enter. Select it. So it's there, but over here, the side view, does it need to be bigger? It definitely needs to be lower. Boom. Use the point file loop. I don't know what that is. Enclose it with a big box. There is no other way. Yeah, there is a way. I don't just not be in it. Alright, so this is the corridor. Boom. Come down here. It's definitely too narrow, this corridor. And this goes up here, but it's too wide. Yeah. Well, if I look there, I can see that. That goes in there. Boom. Alright, but we notice that it doesn't match up here. So that ceiling needs to come along. Alright, we're getting there, eh? And now I'm going to go up, but that floor doesn't match. That floor's a different height. How did that floor not get a... How did that floor be a different height? Screw you. Okay, so now it's the same height. No, it's not. Son of a gun. Now it's the same height. But that floor's only temporary anyway, because we're building stairs down there, aren't we? Aren't we, Dawn? Yes, Philip, we're building stairs down there. Alright, thanks. So, shall we, we've got an overlap here. Don't like that, do we? We don't like overlaps. Overlap's bad. Overlap's bad, Philip. But I bet I get a gap. Son of a gun. So now I do that. But then I'm going to get another. Okay, so now we're learning about overlaps. Woo. So just got, and you still need a wall here. Recognise that, new problem. But I need to know what I should be doing here. If I extend that, do I get any overlaps? I do. I get overlaps on these areas here. Okay. So my best bet is to not overlap and to create a new block. I'm going to, okay, just going to change the color. Wish we had more dev textures, just different shades. Going to build a block here just to see. and boom, and where is it? Did I make it? Did anything happen? No. Did I make another one? Boom. Right, select it. I don't know where it is now, that's the problem. Everybody telling me, oh, you should select it in 3D. Right, okay, that's fine. So it's in the right place, more or less, but it's too high. It needs to scroll in here. It needs to come down, but it also needs to be that high. No, that's the front. So, Control E, right. What is that? This is the side. Does it need to do that? Yeah, okay, it needs to do that. And then it needs to do that. Okay, fine. And then that's the one I made earlier, which we can delete. So let's get in there. Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, I made it orange. I shouldn't have made it orange. Well, it doesn't matter what colour it is, does it? Alright, well that looks okay, doesn't it? That doesn't seem to have overlapped on anything. And then I suppose that when I do textures, I'll just sort of align it so it matches up with that. So now, we think we just need to put a wall here. Don't we? So, sorry. That's driving me crazy. So, what have I got? That's the space, this is the side. So I build a wall here. No, motto. Alright, let's do the motto. Remember, mapping is all about details. How about that? No, do we like that? Okay, let's press enter and we've got to find it. Where is it? Is it? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So basically, it just needs to be over there, doesn't it? Okay, so boom, baby. Let's get in here. And then we got this. Now it looks a complete mess, doesn't it? Because none of that doesn't look sort of nice. So here's plan B. Plan B is to make it this wide, to take this one to the end, which now matches that, select this and bring it down to here. Alright, I am confident that we only have now maybe 50 to 100 leaks. Right. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to get in here and have a look around. Because if I do that, I get an overlapping texture, I think. See, I think the main problem here is essentially that I've just been building as I go along. I haven't been, I didn't plan this in the sense I said, alright, okay, I'm going to put this and then I'm going to stick something at the end. So we're pretty sure there's a gap there, don't we? Yeah. Okay. So what happens if I do that? Do I get any overlapping textures? But some of these walls still don't match. That's because I move them backwards. But why did I move them backwards? Now that seems to line up. No, because I haven't found it yet. Right, where is it? There it is. Alright, well I know that I'm not going to get a leak if I do that, because it's all within the map. Alright, okay, here we go. We're going to I'm going to stick a light there. Boom. We're going to select it. Boom. We're going to put it in the middle. Boom. We're going to save this. Save as. This is room number 6. Boom. We're going to export it as a map. Number 6. Boom. We're going to do it here. I've got the compiler open. We're going to run it. No, I will not cover the big. I will not cover it with a big box. I will learn to do it, and straight into Half-Life. So here we go. So map. Yep, that's not going to work. Jump out of here very quickly. It'll be this one. Fingers crossed. Okay, something went wrong. Wait, was there a leak? Did it say there was a leak? Run it again. Where does it say there's a leak? How do I know if it says there's a leak? Okay, so will it work if there was a leak? Take the log output. Okay. A leak is a hole in the map. Okay, there's an error. There's a leak. Right. Roger that. So it says there's a leak. So what one must do now, one presumes, is just look for holes. And it's got to be all this part where I was mucking about and building extra bits. I'm going to go along here because this is where there. Alright. I have little doubt that that was lucky and that under other circumstances I wouldn't be able to find it so easily. I'll continue along. Alright, we'll try it again, shall we? Z thing. Your bank account is safe, yes. Alright, so we save it now. We'll call it number 6. Actually, this should be P session number 2. Oh, sorry. 2, save that, export to map. So one of the things I was saying is, isn't there like a program that you can just like says that, right, save it to the RMF, save it to a map, and then run it in the console? Is there really not something that we can do? There we go. Fingers crossed. Right. So, how do I know now there's a leak? And the light entity's in a different place. Yeah, these sessions aren't about Don teaching me. These are sessions for him to watch this kind of mistakes that I make, and you know, the times that when we do the tutoring sessions, that's when we do that. I don't want sort of interruptions. I just want to sort of be practicing and learning. You can't have the coach with you all the time. You just have to practice sometime. Right, what about here? Is there something at the top? Oh, look. Is this my problem? No. Let me get back in the rooms. It's a shame you can't. Alright, there looks. Is there a space up there? There's a space there. So I select that. Alright. Okay, sorry. Go back here. So these are the things that I moved earlier, aren't they? Right, here we go, fingers crossed. Okay, yeah, I'm not outside the playable area, so I save this one. Boom, export to a map. Boom. Run the oh, this is still open. I need to close those. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I don't know if that was a mistake. Close that one. Right, so looks like, have I spoken too soon? Looks like there's no leaks, so now we can try playing it. Map and Control V. BSP. Practice session 2. Here we go. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that you could do that. Let me have a quick look at that. Oh, what is it? Settings channel. Oh, I'm not logged in. Wait, am I logged in? I'm logged in, yeah. Configuration. Okay, sorry, just loading up here. No. Let me try and do it manually. Okay. Yeah, okay. Boom, baby. Do I need to save it? Save it. Alright, so here we go. So, let's see what we got. Okay, so now we got our corridor. Alright, and you see, one thing that I don't know whether that would look better if it didn't overhang or if it did. So we go down into here. There we go, there is the mistake. There's the big mistake. Alright. So what can we say? Well, we think that this corridor, this looks about squarish. Actually no, it's wider here than it is here. So we could make that wider. This is definitely too narrow, unless we wanted it narrow. I mean, do we want it narrow? I mean, let me go back to reading the chat. So we run along this corridor, pretty dark until we get down to the end. So I mean, all right. So there we go. That's all sort of dark. That looks a bit better. That sort of straight flush area. That looks fine. It's not fantastic, but I just all right. Okay. And then here we go. We're sort of here. We're back to our teenage girls makeup, which I thought was really funny. But we've got this room here, which is pretty dark, but that's no problem. So we've got these rooms. We're taking out the head crab and the crowbar. I mean, there's no gaps. Ooh. Okay, so I lost all my messages. So my main issue was that adding stuff afterwards was not so much fun. It was a lot of trouble. I simply could just make that corridor wider. Happy with that. That's fine. I mean, it's not that interesting, but you know, maybe I could run some vents along it. Alright, good. I've just got an ad going up. Don't know why I've got an ad. Why have I got an ad? I've never had an ad in the middle of a stream before. It's pretty strange. I'm not monetizing it. I didn't even know if I can. But all right. So here's my problem. Does architecturally, would I like that overhang, or would I prefer it to just go straight up? I don't know. Maybe I could do something more interesting with that. And I definitely have to address that little corner issue there, don't I? Alright, good. So we're going to go back to Hammer. We go, where are we? Right. Here. there was my issue. I don't know how easy it will be to solve that, but one thing I think I will do is I will make, no, I'm not going to make that wider, I'm going to make that wider. Yep, so I'm hoping to just be able to just boom, and then the floor, no, that floor should just be able to be wider too, but of course this wall will need to be wider. Boom. This floor will need to be wider. Boom. Okay. And then we're in a corridor, and of course got to muck about down the end. Does it still? It doesn't look big enough, does it? No. Let's move it again. Get a bit wider. Even still. Okay. Boom. Okay. The floor. Boom. This floor, this floor. Right, so where's... okay, so let me go back. So... okay, yeah, we've got ceilings to worry about too. Let's select that. Bring that to the end. Fine. Select that. Okay, yeah. Completely agree. Selecting things in 3D is definitely much better. Then that needs to go that wide. Boom. Alrighty. And then we just have to muck about down here at the end. What do we need to do here? Well, we need to make this wall. We need to make that wall wider or longer. We need to make that wall wider and longer. And that should be it, shouldn't it? Or do we need to do something at the top here? No, I don't think we do. I think that all works. Good. So, now, one more thing to address. This corner, I should have seen that. So do I bring that wall out or that wall out? Does it matter? It's like that because it was just an internal wall before. Alright, well that's okay. Looking good. Yay, Philly. Why don't we just... now we could do something more interesting with the ceiling, but we've run out of time today. I think what I'm going to do here is do like a stair port, something to make that whole area a bit more interesting. So we've got the corridor. I'm going to muck about with the corridor to sort of go around the stairs. That's going to be another... yeah, okay. Yeah, I did change the settings on the delay, so you know that's really great. I don't know who suggested it because hey bollocks. I don't know who suggested it, so thank you for suggesting that. So we've still got our rooms. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pop in here and I'm going to make all of these lights a little bit brighter because they were just... no, I'm not doing the group. Okay, here's the lesson. The lesson is select in the... there. Brightness, see, so it was 50. We're going to make that 100. We're going to do that for all of them, but is there a way of doing it? Is there a way of doing it for all of them? We talked about it yesterday, but yeah. Okay, well thank you, MIIGGA. Yep, no, that's a good thing. So we'll pop out here. Okay, so we do that. We just want to make that 100. So we don't want to do... oh, what's the maximum? What's the maximum that it would be on the lights there? What's the maximum you could go up to? I mean, I don't want it at like 500, but Alright, good. So I think we'll save it, call it number 7, because we made some changes. Apparently you need to click 7 for it to be called 7. Who knew? We'll export it. Boom. We'll cross our fingers and hope that we don't get any leaks, because I haven't been as diligent about that. There we go. Run. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Right. So we're just essentially, we're looking for the word leak, aren't we? Alright, okay, so we'll close that. We're getting there. We will do that. Change that to 2. Make that number 7.bsp. And here we go. It didn't even take. Right. So what have we done? We made this. No, we haven't made this wider. We made this wider. Yep, okay, that looks good. We fixed out that corner there. Good. Haven't done anything with that yet because we're not really sure what we're doing. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some fence along the top here tomorrow, or whenever I do that, and just maybe get some head crabs to jump out. If I can figure out how to do that. I'll just get down to here, and that's all okay. Alright, that's going to be where the stairs are, boom. But the stairs are not going to be the full width. I want like a walkway around the stairs. Stairs are going to go down this way, so we'll need some kind of barrier there. Alright, good. And then we're just going to go and check out our green room with the yeah, that looks a bit right. Let's go right. Boom. And that looks much better, doesn't it? It's got like a spooky feel to it. We could even get a head crab jumping from one of those or something, couldn't we? And we've got that big room. Alright, great. So I'm pretty much done today. So I think I've learned a lot, which is don't try and build something when you're mucking about, you know, plan it first. That's definitely going to be a thing. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make something interesting with this ceiling. I'm going to start to work on my ceiling skills, and of course something there and there. And then when we get time, which might be this coming weekend, we're going to have another tutoring session, and if Don feels it's appropriate, it's going to, hopefully we can do some stairs. If not, I might do that out myself. Yeah, so that's it really. Might start to put some combat in here, but not really, because I haven't built this with combat in mind, and I think that that's important, that when I start building something that I want, I'm going to build it with combat in mind, not build a room and build some rooms and then put some combat in. Now I know that these doorways are huge and that I'd have to figure out how to make them the right width and put doors in, so maybe that will be another thing. I'm very happy with the changing of lights there. I'm quite happy with that room. Alright, good. So that's it. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for everybody who's made some suggestions. I'll try and map at least one more time this week. I'm planning to be online every single time I map. So, you know, whether people watch or not, I'll still have the VOD. And we'll see if we can make this, start to make this, you know, a slightly bigger area, and then do some other things. So that's it, yeah. So, thank you very much for watching. Remember, finishing Half-Life is just the beginning. Remember, mapping is all about the details. And that's it. So, see you next time. Okay, goodbye. Oh, I need to come out of the game, don't I? Oh, crikey, what am I going to do here? I'm going to quit. There we go, that's what we're going to do. Alright, this time, goodbye.